Last week, okay, let me introduce myself. I am Karen Scales, and what we're talking about today, and we will be for a few weeks, we're talking about the three dimensions of healthcare. I said that more than once. It's the three dimensions of self care, and somebody put in the comments last time self care promotes health care, and it is absolutely true. We have to take care of ourselves, and in this, we become healthy and we can perform at peak performance. We can be our best selves, the best version of ourselves. But today, we're going to talk about sleep. Yeah. It's another way to care for your self. We need self care. And we are running and doing so much and working so many jobs and doing so many things. I'm guilty. I love life and I have a lot to do. I'm enjoying it, but sometimes I don't get enough sleep. And as I was looking things up, it says 35%, research says 35% of Americans don't get enough sleep. Now, the recommended amount is, let's see, I think it's 7 to 9. 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night is what they recommend. And so, in order to have balance, we need to get enough rest. There's two kind of rest, but right now I'm talking about physical rest, which affects everything else. Because when I don't get enough rest, it affects my soul. That's where my emotions reside, and I get irritable. I'm grumpy. I don't feel good, and everything about life looks gray. And I can tell the difference because once I catch up on my sleep, I'm a totally different person. So there you go, how one part dimension of you affects the other dimension of you. So we want to get enough sleep, get enough rest. And so I know I know a lot of people are not just not getting enough sleep because some of it is health related. You know, we got all kind of sleep disorders, apnea, sleep apnea, and insomnia, and other sleep disorders. And you need to see a doctor about those. You know, they need to be um, serviced by a medical doctor because sometimes you need help. It's a physical issue. But sometimes it's not. And not getting enough sleep will cause you to have health problems, not only emotional problems, but health problems as well. And it causes weight gain. It can be a risk for diabetes, stroke, heart disease, memory loss. So it's associated also with depression. A lot of people who are depressed, or clinical depression, um, don't get enough sleep either. So sleep is so important. It affects your creativity. It affects people have car accidents because of lack of sleep. And like I said, sleep makes you irritable. I can't think straight when I don't get enough sleep. And so it's really important for health reasons, for emotional reasons, that we get enough sleep. So yesterday we talked about exercise, but today we're talking about getting your physical body, that physical dimension of you, a proper care so that you'll get the rest that you need so you can function at your best level. And so in looking this up, I found some sleep action tips. Here's what they suggest for sleep. Uh, Exercise 5 or 6 hours. Okay, here we go. Exercise 5 or 6 hours before bedtime, and that may help you sleep more soundly. And I was telling you guys, one season of my life, it was just tough. And my walking and consistent exercise allowed me to get sleep. And I passed through that season, unaffected. It was hard, but I fought back with getting exercise. So that's one of the things that's really necessary for sleep is exercise. But you have to be careful not to sleep too soon before going to bed. I think they say about 3 hours. Try to go to bed, exercise not too close to bedtime. Another thing they say is keep a regular sleep wake cycle. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Now that's a little hard for me because I'm kind of spontaneous, but I think that's the particular tip that I'm going to try to use so that I can get more sleep and be refreshed in the morning because that's easier for me to control. Some things aren't, some things are, and this is a tip I'm gonna start using. Um, Avoid caffeine 6 hours before bedtime, 4 to 6 hours. So, don't drink any caffeine. I don't just mean coffee, it can include, tea and other caffeinated tea and Coke and other beverages. So that will help. Don't eat big meals before bedtime. That's another thing that I do sometimes that I can manage. I can change that. That's a tip that I can use. Um, don't take a nap after 3. Now, I think Tasha, you work different schedules, so sometimes you have to adjust because if you work a different schedule. But try not to let your naps, and sometimes you need a nap. Don't let them affect your prolonged sleep time. I was just like a kid. I do not like to take naps. I don't like to take naps. But sometimes, to maintain that even level and feel refreshed and function at your best, you might have to take an earlier nap versus a later nap. Okay, another thing they say is sleep in a dark, quiet room with a comfortable temperature. And if you fall asleep within 20 minutes, if you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, um, get up and do something. Something that's not real rigorous, of course, but a quiet activity and in another room and until you get a little sleepy and instead of tossing and turning. Here's another thing they say wind down about 30 minutes before bedtime, relaxing with a relaxing pre sleep ritual, such as a warm bath or soft music or reading. About a half hour before you go to bed, going to sleep. I hear you, Carolyn. And here's a suggestion. And they also say turn off yours is going to sleep too. Okay. Yeah, it is hard to shut your mind down. She says it's sometimes hard to shut your mind down. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, and that's what they say too is shut down the electronics. Now that's a bad one that I do. I'm still online or on the computer before going to bed, but your mind is real active like that before going to bed. So it's better to about 30 minutes before, chill down and don't do anything rigorous or think real hard about situations. Take a bath, take a bath or a shower, just relax yourself, listen to some music. Even I like soaking music. So that's an option. And just listen to some soft music and chill. Um, Put the phone down and just slowly, you know, go on to sleep. And another thing they were talking about, you could read the word before you go to bed, or some other novel, reading something just, to chill before you go to bed. About 30 minutes, I'm feeling a little chill just talking about it. But another thing they were saying is that when you have sleep deprivation and you're not getting enough sleep, you can catch up on your sleep. So that is one thing good. You can catch up on your sleep by having you some time that you're just gonna pamper yourself and get some sleep and get refreshed. My suggestion is take a vacation. Just take a vacation and don't rip and run on the vacation. But give you some time. I used to have a day that was just all my day. It used to be Thursday, and I would look so forward to Thursdays. Like, it's my day. And if I want to put on PJs and hang around the house all day, that's fine. If I want to lay around, that's good. But I slow down so that I can get some sleep. And some suggestions that they have for natural. If you have any other suggestions to get to sleep or stay asleep at night, put them in the chat so that we can glean from each other's tips and successes. And some of the things they say you can do for sleep can take that are natural remedies, natural sleep remedies, is maybe drink some tea, some chamomile tea, or some sleepy time tea, melatonin and magnesium and lavender. Count your blessings, like they say, count sheep. That's what I was doing for a while, just thinking about all the different things that happen throughout the day that I can be thankful for. Just counting my blessings one after another. But sleep is something that we need. That's my only emphasis, and it's almost time to quit because I'm not going to keep you all here forever. But we need sleep. And there were some scriptures I had. I wonder if I can find them. One of them was Psalm 127. And, I'm not an expert, but share anything that you can that we can benefit from. I'm going to shut up, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, be blessed. He gives his beloved sleep. So get some sleep. Get some rest. Be refreshed. Be blessed. Bye-bye.